Hello everyone, welcome to the Pamphlet. Following the decade-long policy paralysis and dwindling diplomatic relations during the UPA era, India under the leadership of PM Modi has scaled new heights, especially when it comes to foreign relations. While the late Sushma Swaraj ensured Indians that wherever they are in the world, the Indian government has their back, Dr. Jaishankar was left with big shoes to fit in when he took over as Union Minister for External Affairs. A career diplomat, an expert in handling China, our neighbour as well as competitor, Dr. Jaishankar has immense clarity and chooses his words very wisely. His confidence, the aura, whenever he talks on a global stage representing as a voice of India's foreign policy, he seems unmatchable in wit and intellect. For example, on 10th of November, EAM Jaishankar was in an event and he was asked about how he sees the US presidential election outcome impacting Indo-US ties. He answered about how the Indian PM was among the first 3 calls President Trump took, but the line which went viral, let me show you that.
I know today a lot of countries are nervous about the US, okay? Let's be honest about it. We are not one of them.
This statement went viral everywhere and is still being shared. Other than being a spectacular orator, what gives Dr. Jaishankar the confidence when he represents India on global platform? A major reason for this confidence is our rising economic strength. It doesn't matter who sits in the White House, Kamala Harris or Donald Trump, because we have invested in Atmanirbhar Bharat. Furthermore, today we are not overly dependent on any country for our needs, be it the USA, Russia or the EU. Our economy managed to sail through during the Ukraine-Russia war and it did not suffer any major impact from the Israel versus Hamas conflict or the Red Sea crisis. The way we have decoupled our economy from major conflict zones during multiple crises should be a case study in itself. Our markets and their resilience is unparalleled. For instance, in recent weeks, foreign institutional investors have taken out their money, a record amount which surpassed even the COVID-19 period. But Indian markets have remained relatively stable. 10 years ago, a similar situation would have created a bloodbath in the Indian market. But now, markets' capacity to absorb substantial FII outflows has been outstanding. Moreover, domestic inflows have largely compensated for the FII outflows, which means the markets are stronger and domestic investors have full faith in the Indian growth story. Ever since the COVID-19, the world has faced multiple crises, including conflicts, natural disasters, etc., which has negatively impacted economic growth of every country. However, India has continued to remain an exception. Today, economy is the key. Everything comes later. With such a budding economy, it's no wonder our ministers are filled with such confidence. This was the first aspect. Now let's talk about another one, the operational freedom. To understand this better, let's watch another snippet from the same event of EAM Jaishankar.
Say, for example, I'm giving you, let us say, the Ukraine. Okay. Once, he took a call that we need to get people out, do what it takes, use the Air Force, use the civil aviation, talk to people, tell me what I have to do. If I have to make a phone call, I will do that. If you have to send ministers out there to... but then he gives you that operational freedom. He will monitor it. He will want a feedback. Okay. It's not like he's not tracking you. But he's not micromanaging you. He's not second guessing you. Right. So in that sense, I've actually frankly enjoyed the experience of.
Our External Affairs Minister here is talking about how demanding and interactive PM Modi is as a boss. He specifically gives the example of Ukraine as to how PM Modi is ready to fulfill anything demanded by Dr. Jaishankar and provides full operational autonomy. Can you understand how important is that for any minister? The independence to act and knowing you have the full backing and logistical support from your leader. This attitude is another reason we never see EAM Jaishankar flinch before any challenge, because deep down his boss PM Narendra Modi trusts and supports him completely. Another aspect which you might have gauged from the earlier video, how PM Narendra Modi was ready to call anyone so our students could be rescued. As much as this shows the readiness of our PM, this exemplifies how he trusts his personal relationships with state heads. Under PM Modi, our foreign policy has been centered around Vasudev Kutumbakam, which means the world is one family. This very principle inspires PM Modi to establish personal relationships with leaders, businessmen, intellectuals, scientists, scholars, etc. And EAM Jaishankar fully imbibed upon this philosophy. For instance, he recently visited Australia for 4 days and on 5 November co-chaired the 15th Foreign Ministers' Framework Dialogue with Australian Foreign Minister Penny Wong. Let us show you a video of their joint press conference.
Hi everybody, thanks very much for being here. I'm just so very pleased to welcome Jai, Dr. Jaishankar, the Minister for External Affairs of India, back to Australia for his second visit this year following the very successful Indian Ocean Conference that we held in Perth. This is our 19th meeting. And of my counterparts, Jai is the person with whom I've met most, and that says something about our friendship.
This is their 19th meeting, and just notice how the Australian Foreign Minister calls Jaishankar as Jai. This level of personal friendship always comes handy in diplomacy and politics. When you have a good personal rapport with almost 95% of leaders, then there will always be a profound confidence in your attitude. Even EAM Jaishankar understands how valuable is the personal relationship between PM Modi and US President-elect Donald Trump. This will help us a lot in upcoming days, and hence his answer that India is not nervous. Do you understand? This confidence is made due to our economic strength, the trust and support shown by the PM and ability to strike bonds, best exemplified the PM himself. If you like this video, kindly subscribe to our YouTube channel.